Well, the year was 1955, James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, and the rock and roll king was starting to swing down and below. Black leather jackets and tight peg pants were the manly dress of the day, and the top 40 records was the latest craze that was sweeping the USA. But the big news in Tenamock, Georgia, that spread like a fire through the town, was Becky McGuire was with a child and without a wedding gown. The folks all turned and whispered, and you knew what was on their lips. They said, who was the man that Becky McGuire's been with? Well, the year was 1965, and the young were getting high. John and Paul and George and Ringo were setting the world on fire. It was flower power, beads and sandals, and people were reading the stars. And out in the streets they were marching for peace, saying we don't want no war.
Boy, what is it good for?
But the big news in Tenamock, Georgia, that you heard being passed around, was Becky McGuire was living like a queen on the finer side of town. A shameless woman with a nameless child looking down from the top of the hill, and you could hear them all saying, I wonder who's paying to keep her secret still. Now the year is 1976, and the story is being told about Valley Forge and a general named George and a war 200 years ago. They were waving flags on every corner, paying tribute to Freedom's Day, and a celebration stretched across the nation, happy birthday USA. But the big news in Tenamock, Georgia, was Miss Becky McGuire had died, and clutched in her hand they found 3 faded letters dated May 1955, and each one read, I'm a-having your child, I hate to bring your good name down, addressed to the leading banker, the local judge, and the mayor of the town. Yeah, the big news in Tenamock, Georgia, that spread like a fire through the town, was Becky McGuire was with a child and without a wedding gown. The folks all turned and whispered, and you knew what was on their lips. They said, who was the man that Becky McGuire's been with? Yeah, the big news in Tenamock, Georgia, that spread like a fire through